Hello, I hope I'm ready. I've just a bit of a manic rush to be here on time. So today then on the live, I'm going to speak for a minute here before I play any intros because, hello chat by the way, I'll get the chat up on the screen in a minute. Because the opening song today, if you're on TikTok, you might be offended by it, right? Because there's bad words in it. And I know that there are a bunch of snowflakes over there. I literally got a TikTok ban this week for saying the following. Please I'm taking you off of this is the words I used, I believe. I'm taking you off of the big screen now because your fingers are too fat and they're getting on my nerves. Harassment and bullying. They took me down. So, this is a song about those people. Be back in a sec.
Stuttering, spinning, you swear that he's destroyed. You're cackling in comments, but your soul's just void. Every time the truth hits, you start to twitch. Smash that little flag button, cry and snitch. You're fucking pussies, screaming in the chat, laughing while you panic, you can't handle facts. You're fucking pussies, crying through your fits, mass report and run away, you all just made the list. Duet side by side, you shake, you hide, you mic dead air, eyes wide, blank stare. He pulls up numbers, you pull up memes. He's cutting through the nonsense, you're tearing at the seams. He's scared, you spam that lie, but everyone can see you're the ones who wanna die inside. Every time you get tagged, you start to glitch. Hit that violation button like a scared little snitch. But you're begging him to quit. Every tear, every click, you just write your name on it. You're fucking pussies, screaming in the chat, laughing while you panic, you can't handle facts. You're fucking pussies, crying through your fits, mass report and run away, you all just made the list. You all just made the list.
From the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
The music's getting judged. I didn't play it, or I didn't write it. It's pretty good, right? That was for AI. I thought, give it a few prompts, say a few things you want it to say. Does that with it. Don't have to. Real music will probably be a thing of the past, unfortunately. It's not going to be great, is it? Right, so I'm Matt and this is Whatcast. So today then we're going to be going over the sting that was done on Twat Earth Dave this week, which was very funny. I saw this. Rubiks sent me this a day before, I think, or the day of. So I watched it before it went out. I also watched it when it went out. Because it's funny. And the only thing wrong with this is the reveal, because the reveal on Dave's face would have been absolutely hilarious, but still, the silence was funny enough, and the immediate leaving. But anyway, before we get on to that, a little word about the lives I've done this week. So obviously, if anyone knows anything about this channel, you know that I'm on a TikTok ban at the moment because I said some nasty things on a live. That, in other words, certain people came onto a live thinking they were just going to steamroll over me with their usual scripts, and that didn't happen in any sense. And I actually didn't stop talking over them to the point and throwing whatever insults again. I can't stand these people. The first guy the second guy I think it was, he was the worst offender. He was on trying to talk about surveying, so I brought Baron up to talk about surveying, and he didn't want to, and he got so humiliated and so ridiculous that he immediately started reporting the live. He then went into the channel into the chat and tagged that to Angels of Shite. Go get him, Angels! And Angels come up trying to run his script. You ain't gonna do that. I've seen it all before from you. A very, very annoying tub of lard is Angels. And now I start plan B of trying to coax him and humiliate him into coming onto this channel to talk to me again, so I can monetize the fucking stay puffed prick. So hopefully that'll happen. Oh, by the way, speaking of him, you know, if you didn't hear this already, this is what he thinks that he was put here for.
I've always felt that I've been put on here for something great.
I was watching one of his lives earlier. I've got that coming up now. What do you think about his lives, Caleb? That's Caleb laughing, by the way. These are alphas, by the way. So let's just get onto this one here first, then. So there is Shite. So this is the live he done earlier on. So I just screen recorded this for a bit of a laugh, because he tried to tell me, like when he came on, these people, they have no sense of humor. They have no sense of irony. Like they say to me, "You're scared," and I just say, "Yeah, I'm scared," and I just say it to them because they don't know what to say when you tell them, because they expect them to go, "No, I'm not scared." They can go on then. So I just say, "Yeah, I am scared," and then they don't really know what to go. But he's actually clipped things up of me saying that, like somehow. So I don't know how he squares that in his head. How I said that, and then I let him on for an hour and just chatted at him for an hour. It was a bit weird. But he kept trying to tell me that he doesn't mute or block or kick people because only cowards do that. So I thought I'd have a look at him. Wonder how long it takes him to boot and kick and mute people, because they're also honest, these. Yeah, called him shy. That's good. So let's just watch him, how he does his lives, shall we?
Dude, that's like me asking you, why is a disco ball round and not the dance floor?
What's the earth sitting on?
Oh boy. Have a nice day. What's the earth sitting on? Okay, let's get more serious here, guys. Yeah, Logan, what's up, man?
So kick number one, straight away.
Yeah, do you believe the earth's a globe?
Globe? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, do you have any evidence for that?
Yeah, so if you're standing up on the beach, okay, you're looking out the ocean, and you watch the sunrise, you can just start to see the crest of the sun come up above the water there. And then you lay down and you can't see it anymore. Can you explain that, or are you going to deny evidence?
Shite looking through his little memes.
Are you aware of that?
You're literally denying.
His face, he gets all excited. Oh, I can answer this one. Caleb thought it was funny anyway.
Denying evidence here.
Wait, so when you are on a flat surface and you raise up over that flat surface, do you see more of the flat surface?
You can see all of the flat surface if it's flat. You don't see more of the flat surface. If you're standing on a flat surface, you can see all of the flat surface. If it's curved, you cannot see all of it. So then you raise elevation, and then you can see more.
Wait, really? So you can see all of this, right?
Watch his chat as well. Now,
okay,
irritating
that's not a flat surface. You literally just proved my point.
Wait, this flat road
No, you believe in a flat Earth. That means the Earth has to be flat. That means you can see all of the surface.
Wait, Logan, this is not a flat road?
No. How do you know that is a flat road?
I'm so glad I called him out on his fake laughing all the way through. Even Caleb. I don't know what's worse. Shite there or Caleb. Oh my God. Look at him. By the way, someone sent me a picture of him earlier, which I forgot to put up here. From when he, a couple of years ago, and you wouldn't believe, I don't know if I will post it. I'll post it on my, one of my stories or whatever the fuck they're called on here. When he first started his journey, he wasn't half as fat as he is now, right? He was still a bit bulky, but he didn't have the beard. And he's sitting there with a bed in the background, like a single bed in the background, and the Gleason's map on the wall in his bedroom of his mum's house. And he always puts this green screen thing up now when he does his lives, but every now and then you'll see the Gleason's map shining through when it glitches out. So he's still in the same room at his mum's house, sitting on the internet, calling everyone else sad, whilst with a map on the wall that whenever you ask him, he doesn't claim, this isn't my map, this isn't my map, with it on his wall. But he's not a liar.
Go ahead and laugh, dude. That makes you're not making any logical sense. How do you know that's a flat road? Have you been on that road?
How do I know that this flat road is a flat road?
Okay.
Dude,
You can use binoculars.
You're getting clowned, dude.
No, go ahead.
Look at the comments. Look at the comments. You're getting clowned.
I'm not getting. I don't care. I don't need to read comments. Dude, think about this. If you use binoculars,
look at the comments of everybody that follows me and doesn't know who you are. They all agree with me. Well, what a shock shot.
Can you see more with binoculars than you can with the naked eye?
Yes. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Okay. No. Just hear me out. So you're saying that flat Earth has everything to do with our vision and nothing to do with how the Earth curves?
Right. Yeah, because you can't zoom through curvature, correct?
You can't. No. You can't see past the curve. Yeah, you're right.
Right. So how was I able to pull boats back into view over the horizon then?
This is today. He said this. He's still pretending that those videos of the tiny boats, that is him pulling them back over the horizon. Big ships never does them. Little boats always does them.
What are you talking about?
You just said, so you said if it's flat, we could zoom in and see further. Yeah, that's what we can do.
No, I'm talking about on your hypothetical flat surface. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You can zoom in onto the horizon.
So answer my question. Don't deflect. If you're standing on the beach, explain why. Explain why. If I stand up on the beach and I see the sunrise start to peak and I lay down, I no longer can see it.
I'll show you. Look, watch it. This is so simple, dude. Let's hear it. This is kindergarten level of research, by the way.
Okay, let's hear it.
So this is my flat footpath outside my house, okay? And when I raise up my camera, this is a flat surface.
You literally can see every bit of the same. It's literally the same exact surface that you can see all of. You can still see the building in the back, the person in the back. You raise it up higher. You're not seeing anything more.
Are you serious? Are you blind?
100%. How do you see more? You can literally see the entire surface right there.
Can you see light? Can you see light here?
What are you talking about?
At the end of this road, is there shade there or light?
You can see the building at the end.
No, the bottom of it.
I don't know what you're asking.
Look, when I raise up, do we now see more of the road?
No, it's all there. It's when you lower your elevation, it becomes.
Look how dishonest you are, dude. So we're not seeing more of this road.
Involved.
Hey, in the chat, guys, did we see more of the road? Guys, in the chat, yes, in the chat, if we saw more of the road.
I'm going to ask the chat. That there's about 300 people in his chat. 292 there was. It's up the top of my screen here. And they all are there for him. And there's me, the Daily What, written no. And he's asking the chat, so I immediately answered. But he didn't acknowledge me.
But I went higher. Oh my God, Logan. Gosh, dude. Hey, Logan.
It's just such a genuine laugh every time. That's what it is. It's just contagious, Sh1te's laugh. It just, when he laughs, it just makes me laugh so much because it's just so real. Ain't it, Caleb?
Hey, but did we see more of the road? You're gonna have to unmute, bud.
Say, oh, you have to unmute, bud, because I just muted you because you was disagreeing with me. But I don't mute anyone on my lives, and I don't kick anyone on my lives because I'm not scared of anybody. Next time he comes on my, well, she will when I get back on there tomorrow or the next day, whenever it's going to be. He comes and starts throwing his demands around. He came into my stream and he said, one-on-one host, 1v1. He was at, if you look at the beginning of when I let him on, his hand was shaking. I'm not saying he was shaking with fear. He was shaking with anger. He hates me, which made me feel pretty good before we even got started there because that's exactly what I want him to feel for me. He came on and threw around, clear the panel for me, or you're too scared. Don't mute me, you're too scared. All of this other shit he's coming out with. And here he is doing everything that he told me that I couldn't do if I wanted to prove that I wasn't frightened to talk to angels of Sh1te. So next time, you sit on the panel like everybody else, you fat bitch.
Can you hear me? Did I mute myself somehow?
Yeah. So did we see more of the road?
By the way, pimping out the super chat goal here. Look, it's there. Annoy Sh1te and get an extra half hour on the stream. That's the incentive that will be carried out.
I don't know how I wrote it or how I muted.
Did we see more of the road? Pay attention.
No. Okay, explain to me this.
Right. Have a nice day.
Okay, when you... No, wait, hang on one second.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. There you go. Wow.
Wow.
Muted.
Dude,
this is me.
I have to archive these lives, man.
And
I get so many clips from these lives. It's not funny. Just straight up denial, dude. Oh, man, that's funny.
I'm just getting so many clips. This is all he does, is clip mine, right?
No, we didn't see more. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Unbelievable, dude. That's funny.
I've had all I can stands and I can't stands no more. So let's get on to the main event then, shall we? Let's have a look at his daddy, his flurf daddy, his hero, the man that he will not call out, even though he's a truther. He will not call him out for selling people an app that doesn't work. Flat Earth Dave. Right, let's get him off the fucking screen here. Get his chins out of here. So this was, most of you have probably seen this already, this was the fake podcast that Rubiks, Toon and FTFE did to sting Flat Earth Dave, appeal to his ego, appeal to his need for money at the moment because times are a bit hard because even most of the community turned against him recently because they think that he he was somehow complicit with the final experiment because he felt he was a bit like he didn't really know which way to go with it because two of his mates went and he didn't know, do I upset them or do I upset everyone else? Don't really know. So let's crack straight on with it. We've only a few seconds in here. I'll speed it up a little bit just because of time constraints. Hopefully people won't sound like chipmunks. I'll only just do it by 1.25 because we had to do a bit of Sh1te there. Right, let's go.
It's good to see you. Well, you're welcome to be on camera if you'd like. If you have anything you want to share, we'll show it up.
Well, I didn't set up for a video because you said it was an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Mistake you made there.
All right.
Yep. So this is the Conspiracast. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Who would like to start?
Yeah. Can I record on my side also?
Yeah. Darren, something's going on with the audio, Darren?
I think he's imitating the professor guy, Hawkins.
Hawkin. And I'm just to let you know before we get started here, Caleb's probably going to laugh quite a lot through this.
Ah, yes.
I've always felt that I've been put on here for something great.
So did you want to start off introducing yourself, Dave?
Sure. Hey, I'm David Weiss, known as Flat Earth Dave, and I don't believe the Earth is flat. I know it's flat. I talk to people that think the Earth is a globe, mostly, and we discuss why they think that. And here I am. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for being here. Did you want to, Mark? Did you want to tell about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Mark. I grew up in Memphis, but I moved up to Chicago, studied mechanical engineering at Northwestern, and never left the area. Well, I live in Aurora, and I work at a engineering firm. We design the heaters for big long haul trucks, like in the winter, so the diesel doesn't gel. Have you ever seen that show, Ice Road Truckers? That all those trucks have the that thing, the heaters that I installed. I never watched the show, so that's my claim to fame, is the show I never watched.
All right. At least you're not claiming the claim that you made parts for satellites and that they actually went to space.
Darren, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hello, my name is Darren Rimmer. I'm a physics tutor from STUNG in England. I actually met Emily, the host of this, at a Doctor Who convention. What was that, 2013, 2014? Great time.
I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but you can tell who these two people are if you got half a brain, right? This is where Dave should watch more debunking content, because then he would pick this up immediately. These names are ridiculous. Neither of them are on camera. And sometimes it sounds just like I know they're trying to distort the sound, but sometimes it's just the way the cadence and the talking, you can tell.
Are you a fan of Doctor Who, David?
Ask that again.
Are you a fan of Doctor Who?
I used to watch him years and years ago. Is it still around, or he's still around?
Oh, yeah, she's had many regenerations. There's been a woman, actually. It's been a lot of fun watching the show develop.
Not ginger yet, though.
My job is, I'm a physics tutor for children studying their GCSEs, specifically children that are not quite up to speed. My job is to bring them up to the level they need to be to pass their exams. And it was actually a few of my students that mentioned they'd seen something about flat Earth, so I had a look into it. And I'm not a fan of conspiracies. I think a lot of them are ridiculous, and I didn't really see any evidence behind this flat Earth there. There were people talking about the Earth accelerating upwards, and that violates all sorts of physics that I teach my students.
Well, that's not something we teach. That's called a straw man. Flat Earthers don't think the Earth is rising.
Oh, no, that's very interesting. Yes.
Yeah, because they pretend that's flat Earth society, don't they? And they're a psyop. This is what flat Earth people like Dave will tell you. It's what he told me when I spoke to him.
This is something I have heard some flat earthers say. When these mentions, my students said that, I've only recently heard about the flat earth thing, but I did do some research into it before speaking to you. And I'm very interested to hear your thoughts, David. Of course, being someone that teaches physics,
awesome.
I do feel that this violates a lot of the things that I teach my students. So, yes, I'm very interested in how this conversation is going to go. Thank you very much for joining us.
I appreciate it. What is your name? Is it
violated by gas?
Well, how do I address you? Darren.
Yes, Darren Rimmer.
Okay, Darren, thanks. I'm happy to start the conversation with Darren. Emily, how would you like this to go?
However you'd like to teach us about flat Earth and what you believe.
All right, so Darren, do you know off the top of your head what the radius of the Earth is?
Around about 3950 miles.
Well, that's cool. That's close. So you do know something. It's 24,901 miles around. You know how far it is from the sun?
Well, the radar measurements.
Praise from Flat Earth Dave.
Okay, so it changes slightly throughout the year, but always is elliptical.
All right, so you do know some of the heliocentric model. That's good. Most of the people I talk to that defend the globe don't know anything, but they still defend it. So that's fine. I want to ask you about gas and gas pressure. Can you bring me?
Oh, I debated him a few times. Gas pressure. Spurs chemo.
5 liters of helium or hydrogen or propane without a container?
Oh, well, of course not. No.
Okay. So can you have gas pressure without a container?
On its own, gas pressure, no. Of course not, David.
So on the heliocentric ball, where's the container that holds the gas to the Earth?
Well, I think you may be talking about a different thing than we described when we talk about the atmosphere and how that works.
Well, the atmosphere, we have a high pressure atmosphere, and it's adjacent to a Tor-17 vacuum, according to heliocentric science, or heliocentric religion or theory, whatever you want to call it. But there is no barrier. So what is to stop the gas from just poof going into space?
Sorry, David, you said Tor 17. Could you expand on what Tor 17 is?
So, vacuum is measured in Tor, and Tor 17 is a near absolute vacuum. So they say space is a Tor 17 vacuum. NASA has a vacuum chamber facility that they can only get down to a Tor 10 vacuum, which is close to half the power of the space vacuum. And that Tor 10 vacuum chamber has walls 10 feet thick made of concrete and steel. Otherwise, it would just implode upon itself due to the pressure differential. So the question I have is, with a Tor 17 vacuum surrounding a high pressure gassy Earth, what is to stop all the gases from going into space? There's really only one.
Look at someone like Sh1te. Sh1te thinks that he's the oracle of flat Earth now, and he won't watch this, will he? But to listen to Dave saying shit like that, it's just these are the people that got Sh1te and people like Sh1te now on TikTok into flat Earth to begin with. And they say shit like that.
One answer you have, which would be gravity.
Well, yes, of course, I would say gravity. David, what pressure are you suggesting is next to this Tor 17 vacuum?
Well, there is some sort of containment, and you can't ask me what it's made of. I mean, we can look at lots of different evidences of what it's made of, from biblical references to things that people have reported on, but I have no firsthand evidence of it other than we're breathing air, therefore the air is contained. If space is a vacuum, it needs some sort of serious containment. I don't believe space is a vacuum, but that's another thing. We're talking about the Earth. We don't need to talk about space, but here on Earth, we're breathing air. And I just want to give you a little experiment that you can do. So we get a box, let's say a square meter or square foot, whatever it is, and you seal it up, and it's sealed with just the air in the room. And now we evacuate the room, or we put that into a vacuum chamber, and we suck all the air out of the vacuum chamber. So now we have a box of air in the middle of a room that has no air. If I poke a hole in the top, bottom, or side of that, what's going to happen?
Well, it would equalize based on the energy involved, of course.
Violently. It would equalize violently, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just out of interest, did you know what the measurement of air pressure as we go up is?
Well, it's 14.7 or whatever down here at the ground, and then it gets less and less as we go up. So they do claim a pressure gradient, but we've taken tall tanks of gas, propane, oxygen, mixed gases, and the bottom will be liquid, the middle will be a medium pressure, and the top will be a lighter pressure. There is a pressure gradient, but if you put a hole on the top of that or anywhere, the gas will all escape violently and instantaneously. So there's no example other than reifying your...
But it doesn't shoot up to the top of the dome, even though they all concede that there's a pressure gradient with literally space at the top of the dome. It doesn't shoot up to there, though, for some reason. You tell me.
Proof that gravity can hold air down than saying, well, the air is held down, therefore gravity must. But we can't do any experiments with that. Now, I could take a straw, put it in my mouth, and point it down and just pull air or liquid up and away from gravity with the tiny, tiny, infinitesimal, slightly different low pressure system of my mouth and lungs can defy gravity's hold on air and water. But the Tor 17 vacuum that we can't even recreate here on Earth can't? That's a problem for the globe.
Very, very interesting, David.
He thinks you should be able to recreate that here.
If you were to...
14.7 pounds per square inch.
Okay.
What is that? What's that to do with Tor?
Obviously, it would expand into space. Now, if it didn't expand into space...
Mark's trying to say something.
Sorry, Mark, go on.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. You said 17 Tor, and then you said the pressure is 14.7.
No.
Where's 14.7?
4.7 pounds per square inch. Whatever the air, I think it's 14.7 or 14.4, whatever the air pressure is at sea level. I think it's about 14 pounds per square inch.
But what's the Tor you were talking about?
The Tor is the level of a vacuum. So if I took if I created a vacuum, it's measured in Tor. All right, you can look it up. It's just measured in how powerful the vacuum is. And a Tor 10 vacuum requires walls 10 feet thick made of concrete and reinforced steel. Otherwise, it'll implode upon itself. You guys have all seen when they evacuate the air out of a metal tanker car, a train car, it just implodes on itself. And that's not even getting near a Tor 10 vacuum. The truck, the tanker car will just implode on itself. So that's the power of the vacuum. So we have this incredible infinite vacuum around us. And gravity, we can prove that gravity's not holding it down. We can prove it.
No, Mark, I'm with you on the conspiracy.
There he was.
That's my thing.
I didn't say that before.
I talk to people at work all the time, and I'm a mechanical engineer, so this isn't making sense to me. But when I'm at work and I'm talking to all these idiots at work,
this is so funny because he just thinks that he can say this shit because these people don't know anything. like he does when he goes onto all these podcasts, because people have never really thought about this, right? And if he knew who he was talking to, he wouldn't be saying any of this stuff, because he knows he would not get away with saying any of this stuff. All right, I've got a couple of super chats rolled in here while I'm stopped. Might as well get them on the screen, because you know how much I appreciate these. This makes these lives worth doing for me. Super chat $9.99 from JD, the smiley face. Cheers, JD. You should use your super chats to write a novel on the screen that I have to read out. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Cleavage K here for $5 for. Hang on, I've got to get the. I haven't done that for a bit. I know it annoys some people, which makes me just want to do it more. And it's the 5 times one for $1.
5 times.
Will you be annoying angels, aka Tay's lookalike on TikTok when you are unbanned? If I kind of, he hasn't blocked me, and he generally does block people. Like I was speaking to a load of people today that he blocks because he deletes comments if they debunk him. He blocks people if they debunk his evidence. He's such a fucking coward. And but he hasn't blocked me, so I think that he thinks that I ran from the stream rather than got banned. I think that he thinks that, so I think he thinks he's going to come back. So that's what I'll be hoping the next time I go live he comes on. That's what I'm hoping, and I'm going to try to shame him into coming on here. Because then if he's on YouTube talking to me, nobody can try and get the live banned. That's my plan anyway. I don't know if it'll fucking work or not. Thanks. Cheers for the super chats. Really, 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 you've got no idea how much I appreciate the super chat. Let's crack on.
They're like, I try to show them something, and I'm on the fence here.
By the way, Tay, in case you didn't know, Tay is an enormous 600-pound guy that's trying to lose weight on his Instagram. He's on a weight loss journey, which credit to him. He's lost about 130 pounds, but this guy's done this numerous times in the past, and it's always ends up being a scam. He's also pretended to have cancer once and made money for that. He does come on and admit it all, but he always disappears once he stops losing weight. So it's a bit, and one of his legs bends like a banana, which is a bit weird. Anyway, that's who Tay is.
I try to show them something, and they always say, but if he's the opposite of that, proof of the globe, like I think they all got together and decided to mock me. So what can I I'm fixing to show them stuff.
Yeah.
That's proof of flat earth, but every single time they say, well, is the opposite, what's the opposite? Does that prove the globe?
There are things that work on both the flat earth and the globe earth, so it doesn't prove either. They're not mutually exclusive.
I don't care then. I just want stuff that, if I can't talk to them about that stuff, I need to talk to them about stuff that proves flat earth, but doesn't, but the opposite can prove the globe.
I've got to say, I think Toon was brilliant on this. The way that he was trying to goad him into that, and he clearly cannot give him anything, and he was just staying in character and just pretending to be going along with it. This is what you got to do with Dave. Pretend that you're buying what he's saying, and he'll just say stupider and stupider things to get you there.
Or they won't listen.
Well, you can't prove the globe because the globe is a fictional thing. Here I have on the bottom is a measurable amount of gas and a valve in the middle and a vacuum on the top. And what happens, you can guess, when I open the valve, the gas is just going to go up away from gravity. So gravity didn't hold it down. Now, if I made that top vacuum the size of a warehouse.
Hold on, you said the gas is going to go up. I thought...
Gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend.
That's what I thought.
That gas is violently going to go up, and it's going to leave an infinitesimal small amount on the bottom there because it's going to equalize through the whole warehouse. Then if I think of the warehouse as the infinite space vacuum, what happens to Earth? When you have gas pressure in a vacuum, right? Here we have the Earth. We have a gas simulator.
Pressure
and
needs
when I
a
open
container.
up a valve, what happens to all the gas? It runs out into space, right? It runs out into space. So again, it's an anomaly. If I completely remove the container, instantaneously everyone on Earth is dead. Boom.
So how does this work for me at work when I go to my coworkers? They don't care about this because they're mechanical engineers. They won't be listening to any of this. I need to show them something that they'll listen to, and they won't listen
Why won't they listen to this?
Because they're mechanical
it's
engineers.
bollocks, Dave.
So what does that mean?
That means they understand pressure.
Okay,
This doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense as far as the globe goes?
Oh, no, they won't listen because they think it makes sense for the globe. So
How so?
So, well, because of gravity, they say.
Well, I just disproved gravity with a straw. I can do that with a straw. I just disproved it with that demonstration I just showed you.
What are you talking about?
I need to show them something where if the opposite...
I disproved gravity with a straw. No, you created a force. You didn't disprove anything.
Opposite has to be globe proof. So flat earth proof on one side, opposite is globe proof. That's just logic. So... And I agree that it's just logic.
Well, the fact that we're flat Earth proof is we're breathing air, therefore we're contained. Globe proof would be, I don't know, I can't think of globe proof. There's no way to prove the globe with gas pressure because the globe doesn't exist. You're asking me to prove something that doesn't exist.
All right, well, let's move on to something that does work then.
Well, if I could just quickly ask a question about that. So would it be globe proof, David, to say that as we rise in altitude, the pressure just gets less and less and less? Yeah. And that is what the globe and gravity predicts.
Pressure requires a container, and you can have a very tall.
I never understand this. Why does pressure require a container when the top of the container has no pressure pushing against it, hardly any? What's the point in it being there then?
Gas. The container, and it will be less pressure on the top. And pressure is also dictated by temperature. The higher the temperature, the higher the pressure. So down on the Earth, we have a higher temperature. We have a higher electrostatic charge. I mean, no, the charge is actually less down here. So you have two things.
By the way, to the chat, if anyone's got probably more spin and max, if anyone's got any more refraction proving video on a small scale, those ones, or anything to do with the sun or anything to do with the sky, just link me in them, Discord or something if you get a minute.
Things you have colder temperatures as you get up higher, and you also have a higher electrostatic charge. Every meter you go up, I think, is 100 volts or 1,000 volts in electrostatic pressure. So those things together could perfectly explain that. But even removing those, you can't have pressure without a container. You can't.
Well, of course, I would teach my students that space isn't a vacuum; it is a low pressure area. And just as you go up in altitude,
how low pressure is it?
Negative 17 torr.
Yeah, so
10 to the negative 17 torr, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
And so why doesn't the air go into that vacuum?
Charles, I'm doing a super. just get it out there. I'm doing a super chat goal to extend the stream to make sure we get this entire thing. Is cough, cough. Hint.
If you had a Torr 1
Megan,
vacuum, the air would violently pull away. Do you think my mouth and lungs are even a Torr 1 vacuum? When I pull, I make a little low pressure system in there. I could pull water and air.
Vicious Cycle in the house. Vicious Cycle supports the channel. Vicious Cycle says what? I gotta say what back, all right?
What?
Effortlessly up and away from the ground with a tiny low pressure system of my mouth and lungs. Why doesn't gravity hold it down?
Well, David, gravity is what is pushing the pressure the other way. Of course, as I would teach my students, gravity is the thing that is making the higher pressure the lower you are to the ground, of course. So, as I would explain to my students, as you go up in altitude, there is a lower and lower pressure until we reach a low pressure that is considered space. And the fact that there is no expansion.
Vicious with a 10 membership gifts. Cheers there, Vicious. And if you just got one, Vicious is your man. Vicious is always your man. Vicious always smashing out those memberships for me. Brilliant.
Of the high pressure into the low pressure is a prediction and an expectation of gravity. And that is what I would teach my students when they were asking about atmospheric pressure.
But that's just a theory, and I disproved it, but you want to just say nah to that.
I disproved it.
I understand. You believe people went to space, you believe we went to the moon, correct?
Well, yes, I have friends that are involved in certain things.
Nobody went to the moon.
Okay.
That's obviously fake.
Well played, Tone.
It's in Antarctica.
So do you think that we have an international space station where men do spacewalks on the outside of the space station?
Yes, I do think we do. Yes.
All right. And
What's wrong?
Interesting thing about the ISS, by the way, one of Sh1te's main proofs is he believes to be Venus, I think he says, in front of the moon, being seen in front of the moon, and it's actually been zoomed in on and proven that it's a transit of the ISS that Sh1te denies exists. Got a lot to fluff.
What's wrong with that, David? We didn't go to the moon. That's obviously fake. But Dave, what's wrong with the ISS?
Well, there's a lot of things wrong with it. We can go into it.
Roger.
why and how low pressure is space? Torr 17 vacuum, right? That's what it is. That's going to be your answer. So if you put let me just turn on my camera again. So I put a football, which has a very thick skin, in a vacuum chamber, and I lower
thick skin, unlike Dave. 98 people watching, 26 likes. Get these likes up. I ain't asked this for a few streams, and the likes have been low. Come, let's get these likes up here. Let's do this. Let's push this live. We've got to see as many people as possible. We've got to say, Dave, be humiliated. Get it out there.
the pressure, and it explodes. Right? How does an astronaut in their little thin snowboarding suit go out with a pressurized suit into the Torr 17 vacuum? This didn't even get down to a Torr 1 vacuum, right? And it exploded.
Do you know what pressure do you know what pressure the atmosphere, the astronaut suits contain?
Yeah, the 14 pounds per square inch, whatever it is.
No, that's not true. The astronaut suits are only about 4 psi.
Okay, 4, it doesn't matter. But if they're 1 psi, they're going to explode. You put a balloon that just has a tiny bit of air in it, the rubber's not even stretched at all, tie it in a knot, put it in a vacuum chamber, it's going to explode.
Well, when there's only a 4 psi difference, there's no reason it would explode.
That's what you're saying, but there's no proof of that. Try it. Get a 4 psi container of air, put it in a vacuum chamber, and watch it explode.
Well, of course, if there was a material designed to contain the pressure at 4 psi, then there's no reason it would explode. So it didn't reach the material expansion properties.
So would metal be stronger than the snowboarding suits that the astronauts wear?
No, you can almost guarantee that Dave Weiss in future will always insist that everybody's on camera on every podcast that he agrees to do from here on in. Like the stream, like the stream, like the stream, like the stream.
Yes.
All right, and we've seen things explode with very, very little difference air pressure.
Explode? Could you please expand on that?
Well, you lower the pressure and they explode, just like that football exploded.
Well, football is much higher than 4 psi, of course.
So NASA has only once put an astronaut in a spacesuit in a vacuum chamber in the 1960s. And before they got the half of the air out of there, he passed out and almost died because the liquid on his tongue started boiling. Right? So, and they've never done it again. But we send people into space. They're doing spacewalks on the outside of the space station, and they're doing nothing. Have you ever seen them do anything on the outside of a space station?
Well, they're usually attaching things, and
yeah, they're attaching. I'm glad you said that. So here is let me just show you. So here is, let me turn on my camera. Here's an astronaut. And he's got a wrench, and they're always just attaching a nut. They're never doing anything. They're just tightening a nut or loosening a nut. Watch. He's not even attaching. Look at this thing. It's not even angled correctly. I'll show you a close-up. Let's take a closer look. Is he doing anything? Is he doing anything? Is that even connected to the bolt?
I imagine it's a very specific tool.
You're just making excuses. This is just...
Why wouldn't they have him doing something then? If they wanted to fake it to show you the Earth in the background, to trick the flat earthers, who you're never going to trick because they're the smartest people in the world anyway, why would you have him not doing much at all? You'd have him you'd loosen a nut, wouldn't you? And get him to go out and tighten the nut. Maybe he's just checking to see if the nuts are tight, possibly.
AI. This is nonsense, right? This is from NASA, but it's either AI or just a completely incompetent astronaut. That is a wrench. That is a socket wrench. And those are regular 1/4-inch nuts. Why is everything...
Is he trying to say that, like, is he got a fake video and he's trying to pretend that NASA are presenting this as a real video? Is that what he's doing? Because when I've seen this the previous times, it's been like, watch a bit, do something, watch a bit, keep it on in the background. So I've never seen this footage until now.
Yes, I don't say that does look AI. I don't know that
yeah,
is
but this is
necessarily
from NASA. This is from NASA.
Well, I'd love to see your sources. To see
is it from NASA's website? Here, let's look at a couple other things.
Are you able to provide me with the link for this?
Let's go to something else. Brilliant. Yeah, let's look at other things now. It's a good job his mate Sh1te ain't here, because he'd be giving it. Oh, you're running, you're deflecting.
Yes, and I could check the source myself.
You can just go to NASA's channels and watch their stuff because it happens all the time.
Dave, this is perfect.
Well, I don't have.
This is perfect, Dave. I need this. This will destroy it at work. Can you give me that link?
Yeah,
I don't have
the direct links to all of these things right now. But afterwards, if you want me to send you some of the stuff, I can. But here is screenshots from their ISS traveling over the Earth, and we see these seams in the Earth.
Oh,
right?
good. Can I get the link to these?
Yeah. By the way, Joe Rogan the other day had a guy on that was saying, he was not a flat earther or anything, but it's really weird, this and that. And Joe goes, well, what about the ISS? And Joe says, pull up an ISS. Hold on.
Did you see that Joe is back? He rejects the moon landing finally. I think they stopped the checks.
Yeah. But this is, he pulls this feed up and it had this seam in it. It had this seam. You see the seam? Right. This shows that they are fake. This is a live.
Yeah, because they'd make that mistake, wouldn't they? They got all that money. They can fake all this other stuff. They can convince people we went to the moon. They can convince people the Earth is a globe. But then they'd put a feed up and do this. They wouldn't be able to not do that.
Stream from NASA that Joe pulled up on the air, and it had that stream. It had that.
Yes, I did watch that video, and during the video they pulled out, it wasn't a NASA live stream they pulled up. It was just a random video.
Yeah, and so what about this? These guys getting tangled in their wires, and you can see the wires pulling on his shirt.
I didn't see a wire.
Watch where his guy's hands move, and you're going to see the wire pull the shirt out. You see that? Right? That little hard to see. We have tons of these. Let me just show you something else because I wasn't prepared to do video.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Here is come up.
I wasn't prepared to do video, even though I'm showing video now. Like, how prepared do you... Like, if I wasn't prepared to do video, well, I'd make sure I was prepared. If anyone asked me on and they said I don't want video, I'd still be sitting here set up in case they did. And Dave is, because you saw him sitting there. So this is all bollocks. He could go on video at any point and show anything he wants. All you'd have is him next to this. That's why there's a gap next to all of what he showed, because that's where he's normally standing. He could literally go and stand there and just do this if he wanted to.
Kamala Harris talking with the space station. They always have, president, someone talking. And then when they're talking to the astronaut, they're always playing with the wires. Now watch it. Look, no gravity. Watch the wire go right through his wrist. Right? I'm going to zoom in. And the wire goes through his hand, through his wrist, through his hand. Watch again. What? Even better.
He put his hand in the loop, David.
Yeah. Watch again.
What are they talking about?
It goes through. Ready? Behind his hand, through his wrist.
I didn't think it went through his hand.
No.
I think it's
Look, watch again. Okay. Watch again. I'll stop it so we can watch it frame by frame if you're having a problem. So is the wire behind his fingers?
It's very hard to tell.
Is the wire behind his fingers or in front of his fingers right now?
It's very hard to tell with the colors and the quality of the camera.
Guys, I'm not going to have a conversation with this man if he cannot be intellectually honest. Is the wire behind his hands or is it in front of his hands?
Please play the video forward.
That would look like that's behind his hands.
Frame.
It would appear that in this frame, it looks like it is behind, but of course it's low quality video.
Okay. Is it behind his hand still?
Well, the bit behind his hand is behind his hand, but the bit moving toward his hand, let's watch that.
Okay. Is it behind his hand now?
No, you can see the color has changed, and it's to do with the quality of the compression of the video.
All right. They never give us high res, by the way. All right. So you don't like that one. Let's go on and we can see you say nah to something else.
If they gave you high res, Dave, would you believe it then?
Here is, where is it?
Dave, anything to help me. Because everything I need is got to be. They're going to ask the same thing. Does the opposite prove the globe? And if it doesn't, then I got nothing.
Yeah. So
yeah, the intellectually honest thing is insane from this guy. So Boston Concerts is in the chat. That's a terrible Boston accent. I can only say the word. I can't do any kind of Boston accent. I'm sorry, even though I've been there. Where's the links, David? $1.99. Cheers, Boston. Yeah, exactly. He never gives links for anything. Like when he does this is Mars. NASA says this is Mars. Give me the link. I'll get back to you with that. You probably won't, will you, Dave?
So, Dave, before you show this, does the opposite prove the globe, or does this prove flat Earth? If it doesn't, then I don't want to see it.
I don't need to prove flat Earth. I want to see your globe proof. I can prove flat Earth.
That's convenient. None of them ever want to talk about flat Earth. None of them. And I've decided I'm absolutely piss bored of these fucking 10-year-old arguments that they make. 10 years old mentally and in actuality. And I think I'm only going to talk about the sky from now on with flat earthers. Until they've got a model, they don't get to dictate any topics to me. And I'm going to claim that I'm just globe. Yeah, I think globe, not going to give you a size, not going to give you anything, any other context, just globe. And there go with C25, I say, yeah, bigger globe. Still globe. I don't make any claims. I just want them to see how ridiculously cowardly that argument is, and that's their argument constantly.
I can prove flat Earth.
So
I'll give you something. I'll give you something.
I try every time at work when I talk, and I want to prove flat Earth, but they always say the same thing. If it doesn't prove the globe, if the opposite doesn't prove the globe.
I'll show you something to prove it. The space is fake, so it's not going to prove flat Earth. It proves that they're faking space. Hang on.
But does the opposite prove the globe?
Okay.
If it doesn't, I don't care.
All right, Mark, chill out. Let me show.
Chill out, Mark.
This professor. They got some fresh fruit. They were bragging about their fresh fruit. It's the lemon, and they went and they grabbed it. Tell me this is real. Now I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. This is a augmented reality or AI lemon. Look at it go right through his hand. Now do you agree that this is not real video?
Does the opposite prove the globe? That's the only
Hang
thing
on a
they care
minute.
about.
Would you stop it? Would you stop
That's
that?
the only thing they care about.
Clear.
Okay, you want to just do that? I'll just do that, and then we can be done. All right. So here is. Hold on a second.
Is he going to show him dropping the screw? That one.
So, would you agree that all spheres have curvature?
Well, of course, that's the definition of a sphere, David.
Okay. So, what is the circumference of the Earth?
We did discuss that already.
24,901
Don't make any claims.
miles
Around, right?
Just a globe.
Okay.
Not
so
my model.
We have a
Gleason's
oil rigs here,
globe.
one at 6 miles and one at 10 miles. The observer height is 8 feet. Do you know how much curvature there is in 3 miles?
Oh, I like this one. This, I think we can do this.
All right. So an 8-foot observer should have a horizon on a perfectly smooth ocean at 3.5 miles away.
Get him excited.
Right. 3.5 miles is right near the bottom of this frame. Right. It's not even near that because we're zoomed in already. But not only can we see the surface of the water in front of that, we can see the surface of the water in the middle of the two, and we can see the surface of the water for miles beyond the second 10 mile away platform. So
see, it is where you say, yeah, don't make any claims about the size. Just a globe. There wouldn't be a horizon unless it was a globe.
Where's the Earth curve? 10 miles away, there should be 66 feet of curvature. Minus 8 feet, so 59 feet, 57 feet.
Wait, the camera's 8 feet?
Yeah. So the horizon should be less than 3.5 miles away. We see the surface of the water far beyond that second one.
All right, so this might work. So if the opposite would be, how would that work?
The opposite would be here. I'll give you this.
So
this one will be better.
if I say this, if the opposite is was something would prove the globe, how do you state that?
So if the Earth was a ball, we would have a 6 foot tall observer on a perfectly calm, clear day should not be able to see the surface of the ocean beyond 3 miles, because in 3 miles there's 6 feet of curvature.
And that
but
proves
the theorem shows that. What's that?
And would that prove the globe then?
No. Well, here's the thing.
love this.
If you can't see beyond 3 miles, that's evidence for the globe. That's evidence that the Earth might not be flat. But what's the reason you can't see? Are there waves? Is there visibility? Right. So hold on. I'm going to prove that the Earth is not a globe. Large bodies of water at rest lie flat, and they need containment. Would you agree with that?
Well, I would say measurements have disagreed with that, of course.
Let me rephrase the question. No, actually, let me say the question exactly the same. Stop trying to answer different questions. Large bodies of water at
do as you're
rest
told.
lie flat and need to be contained. But in your world, you say they curve, but they still need to be contained, right?
Yes, they need to be on the surface of the Earth. Yes, they have been measured, of course.
They
have been measured to be curved, of course.
They need to be contained.
Yes, by the ocean. Yes, the ocean contains them. Yes,
the ocean contains itself.
Yeah,
The land contains the ocean.
it. Yes, yes.
So without, hold on, I'm making a point here. All right.
You're not, though, are you? Is he making a point, Caleb? No, he's not.
I do apologize.
Let him make his point, Darren.
So without invoking the ball Earth, every volume of water needs containment. The pools need the side of a pool. A lake needs the sides of a lake. Has to be higher than the water to contain it. Now you say over a large distance that the water would curve. Well, in 8 miles, there should be some curvature. Would you agree with that?
1 degree every 6 and 9 miles.
What 1 degree? How many feet of curvature is that?
You don't measure curvature in feet, David. I don't
No, yes,
understand the
you
question.
do. Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You measure curvature in feet, right?
Yeah,
You can say
you
1
would
degree,
measure
but what if 1
curvature
degree
in-
was 1,000 miles, right?
There's a different units that don't mix, David.
What you don't understand, in 8 miles, there's 42 feet of curvature.
Do you agree that if the Earth is the This as we say it is that there is 1 degree of curvature every 60
I don't care. So if I gave you 1 degree of a pizza that was 3 inches around, it would be a really small piece of pizza. But if the pizza was 50 miles long and I gave you 1 degree measured from the outside circumference, it would be a much larger piece, right? So degrees don't matter.
Dave, he's got you off track.
Yeah.
He's got you off track here. Don't let him sidetrack you from the truth.
This is what they do, right? So
This is what they do.
I've always felt that I've been put on here for something great.
Something great for that Sh1te man was sucking up to the bloke talking, making a fool of himself on this podcast.
8 miles.
Fake podcast.
There's 42 feet of curvature. So we got a camera on a lake. Lakes lie flat at rest, and they freeze flat. And we put a camera 6 inches off the ice. A whole video on this that documents it, that we're not on top of snow, we're not up higher. Then we put these 4 lights out there, a foot off of the ice. 4 lights, right? Adding, so the 8 miles, 7 miles, 6 miles, and 5 miles, right? And they're all visible on the same plane. Interesting.
Oh yeah, this is good.
All right? So adding a ridiculous amount of refraction, right? Or like almost 50% refraction, which doesn't exist. Globers don't even claim that. And by the way, it's nighttime, it's cold, there's no humidity, there's no refraction, right? So I rounded down, giving the globe benefit of doubt. 30 feet, 22 feet, 15, and 9 feet, those should be hidden behind a wall. So now there's 2 possibilities. One, top part, Earth is flat, camera 6 inches off the ice, and we see all of these lights in a straight line at the same level. Option 2, camera's on a ball, 0.8 miles away is the horizon, the tangent of a ball, and those lights are all refracting up different amounts to stop perfectly on the tangent and not go above, not go below, but they stop perfectly on the tangent.
That is actually insane what he's showing there. What the fuck? He thinks we're standing. He thinks that we're not at the top of the curve wherever we are. It's like, what the fuck? Like, if Sh1te was there now, this is what I wonder, not just Sh1te, fucking Tron and all these other dickheads that worship Dave. Would they be saying to him, Dave, we're not standing halfway down a hill. We're always on top of the hill, wherever we are, right? So therefore, that observation would be the same as the one at the top, pretty much.
Because refraction is magical, and it knows exactly how high to lift those lights to pretend that the Earth is flat. Which one is retarded, and which one makes sense?
This is good. Can you help me phrase this? So
there's no curvature. We've measured it. So he made the comment, we've measured the curvature. No, we haven't. There is no curvature. Now, there's times where you can't see 3 miles. Oh, Earth must be curved. No, it's visibility, it's light attenuation, it's waves, it's the marine layer. There's all sorts of things.
So, but help me phrase.
Oh, so the same as Sh1te was saying to me the other day about the sun then. Some days it sets, some days it disappears into a dot, depends on the weather, is what he said to me. To a round of applause from his followers. He actually said that. This is the level of honesty we're dealing with here.
Phrase this then. If this proves the Earth is flat because you can see the lights, then what would prove the Earth is a globe?
If you couldn't see the lights.
So if you can't see the light at 8 miles, that would prove the Earth is a globe?
Well, it depends. Let's say it's foggy. Well, then, and the Earth is flat. Well, you can't see the lights. You can't say the Earth is a globe.
So if it's not foggy, and if you can't see the light at 8 miles, that proves the Earth is a globe.
Well,
this'll work well.
I actually don't agree with that statement because you can't prove a negative, right? The problem is the globe, every scientific test for axial rotation or curvature has failed in proving the opposite. Michelson, Morley, all of them. They were looking for the rotation of the Earth, the curvature of the Earth, and they see the opposite. All of the globe explanations, refraction this, and right. If something is not in your line of sight, there is no refraction. If you and I were outside and you ducked behind a hill, you ducked below the crest of a hill, can I see you? No. You're behind the hill, like the Earth curved. And what weather system would have to come in to make you appear to be on the top of that hill? Their answer is none. There is no refraction for things that are not in your line of sight.
I don't know what that means.
Refraction means that the light bends and it tries to appear on the top of the Earth.
Yeah, hello, Michelle. That'll be Vicious Cycle there. Vicious Cycle got that for you. There you go. Michelle's thanking you, Vicious. Vicious Cycle is like the king of memberships there.
Yeah, of course.
When it doesn't. right? So here, let me show you an example of why saying you can't see something proves the curve of the Earth. Here's a shot from Aluja, France, right? This is from Aluja, France. And we're looking out over the ocean, and straight ahead of us is Mount Canigou. It's 175 miles away. From this observer height, using the globe Earth curve calculator, the top of Mount Canigou should be over a half a mile below the horizon. Should be a half a mile below the horizon. Okay, we can't see it. Does that prove the Earth is a globe? No, it doesn't, because we can't see it.
No, you're brilliant, Vicious. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate all of the support.
It for a different reason. Now, the light, like if you were looking, if you guys turned off all the lights in your room, we wouldn't be able to see you because there's no light bouncing off of you, right? So the light that's bouncing off of Mount Canigou right now can't push through 175 miles of thick atmos, and it attenuates and you can't see it. But twice a year, the sun migrates in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and it goes to twice a year, it lines up with the observer and Mount Canigou. So if I just fast forward this a little bit, the sun is much brighter. Its light can push. And as it goes into the distance, dropping due to perspective, all of a sudden we can see Mount Canigou. That mouse is showing you the highest point.
He has to say that, doesn't he? Dropping due to perspective, not changing size. Or as Sh1te would say, it is changing size because the bottom is getting squished. Right. Behind this mountain here, because we need, even though Dave will then go on to show people, the same as Sh1te, the sun appearing to disappear into the distance. He will then show this and not think that that's a contradiction.
And Canigou, and according to the globe Earth math, that mountaintop should be over a half a mile below the curve, but it's there. The Glober explanation for this is, oh, well, the sun already set and the mountain is below the curve, but the sun is refracting up, making it appear to be in the sky, and the non-lit mountain is refracting up and blocking the sun. And the reason you can't make heads or tails of that is because it's stupid.
Oh,
it's
Dave,
dumb.
I like this, Dave. So the globe Earth math.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the flat Earth math for this?
The mountain is in front of us.
Let's look up what the flat Earth math is for this. Yeah, it's a load of bollocks, is what Google just said.
There's no math needed. It's line of sight.
Dave, I'm a mechanical engineer. I can do the math.
Sounds
so let's
like
do the
cognitive
math.
dissonance to me, mate.
Right, I'm fixing to bring this to tomorrow.
If you're in front of me, 10 feet in front of me across a gym floor, we're in a Home Depot, you're at one end of the aisle, I'm at the other. What's the math for the reason that you can see me?
Or we can do the geometry. I'm a mechanical engineer. This is easy.
Tell me
this is
the
easy
math
geometry.
for the reason you can see me at the end of aisle 6 in the Home Depot.
Well, we have a line of sight.
Okay,
there's nothing. There's nothing between us.
There's no math.
But the math is.
Why can we see this mountain? Why can we see this mountain?
But yeah, because there's nothing between us.
That's right.
But
and what's the globe explanation?
Well, the problem is that I'm going to have is that what's the math for the sun being behind the mountain?
It's perspective. When you look at when you have a nice cumulus cloud day and there's a deck of clouds, let's say they're 10,000 feet above you, you look 25 miles into the distance and it looks like those clouds are touching the ocean. But that can't be Earth curve because there's not 10,000 feet of curvature in 25 miles, right? There's only a couple hundred feet if the Earth was curved. So it's just perspective. It's just absolute perspective.
Well, yeah, perspective I can do because I've had the geometry. So what is the perspective for the sun? How do I put that into perspective?
Let me pull up. So
if I could just say that obviously the further the distance, the greater the refractive amount is.
Yeah.
The further away you are from something, the more the light is bent around to be able to see.
Show me an example of something refracting up from behind a physical object, other than reifying your example with the Earth. Show me somebody behind.
Super chat goal not achieved. I've just tried another quick one here, half an hour. Five, what they're called, teal, whatever their colour, I don't fucking know. Within half an hour, and I'll extend by another half an hour. This is what Sh1te showed me. This is the same thing, by the way. Speaking of super chats, not Kango, he's not here. Hackramon here. Good day, mate. Derpy Dave, poopy poop chin dribbles. I know. I just showed a picture of him from this stream that I've been sent. That's pretty funny. Cheers, mate. Nice one. Appreciate you.
behind a hill that appears to be on the top of a hill. Show me
Yeah,
something
Darren.
that went around a corner in New York City and then they pop out in the street like they're still there.
But
Show me
that's
an
not what we
example.
would say, of course,
That'd be
because
like
those things
a-
would be closer to you.
Darren, that would prove the globe if you could bring something around the corner. If you had something that was blocked and then refraction
Mark, yes.
brought it back. Right, Dave?
If something is hidden by a physical object and the lens that you're looking through is not towering above that object, right? Because when you zoom into something, you're opening up the lens. And so some people can zoom into something that appears to be below, but the lens is actually higher than it. So again, yes, nothing refracts that's not in your line of sight.
Yeah, so Darren, if there was something blocked, and then it would prove the globe if you could use refraction to see something that was blocked. Right, Dave?
Yes, and one of my students did show me a demonstration of a video inducing the flat conditions and bringing something up from behind the curve.
Yeah,
Maybe I could have a very simple
There's his
question.
app.
Do you agree
He has
with
to
the
get that
further
on the
where you are?
screen. Get me app on the screen. Got to pimp the app that doesn't work. That no one that sucks his ass will ever tell him doesn't work, even though they'll not claim it in debates. They always dismiss this and don't claim it. But when Dave pushes it, they don't ever step in and say, actually, guys, I'm a flat earther, but that's the wrong. We don't go by that one. Don't buy his app because it's false information. They never say that, but they're truthers and they're interested in the truth. Just remember that.
The greater the refractive amount could be.
No, I don't agree with that. And the video they showed you is when they poured liquid nitrogen on top of a ball, and for a second you can see like a red or green line that was on the other side. Right?
No, there's cold water on the driveway.
Yeah. Show me an example of somebody popping up over a hill.
But that's not what we expect.
Well, that's what you say you see, all the time. Like when boats go into the distance, do they disappear over the curve?
Well, yes.
Also, I'd love to have that one. What he just said about the water on the driveway and the refraction. If anyone's got that clip, please send it to me because I've only got the one refraction clip at the moment.
You disappear bottom up, and that's shown by the fact you can't zoom them back in.
Oh, you can't? So
Not
if you
the bottom,
could...
no, if the boat disappears bottom first and continues to disappear bottom first, you can never bring the bottom back. Of course, that's
Well, wait,
that's
if a boat disappears over the horizon...
Bottom first, yes.
Yeah, so you can't bring it back.
Not if the bottom has disappeared.
Yeah.
And it is moving away from you, not just standing still, of course. If it is moving away from you,
Of course, it has
and
to
the
move away
bottom
from you.
disappears as it moves away from you, then you can't bring the bottom back, of course.
Well, there's all sorts of different reasons that they disappear from the bottom up, from waves, from the atmospheric, from the marine layer, which would make an opaque layer that would ramp up. Closer to you, it'll be down like the bottom foot, and then farther away, it would be like 2 feet high, 3 feet high, and as boats get smaller and smaller into the distance, they would just disappear beyond it. So here's a question. Here is oops, why isn't that going?
Oh my word!
Sorry,
What's this? Is he going to do the boats thing? All right, let's do a couple of super chats here while we stop here. We got Hackerman again. Hackerman from the land of Sh1te. I got drunk last night. I felt the earth spinning. I know you can always detect the movement when you've had a few beers, can't you? Well, back in the day, I can't drink so much anymore. Cheers, Hackerman. Appreciate that. And this one from Michelle here. Here you go, have my for $4.99, or you might say £1, right? £1.
5 times.
$4.99 because from an Apple device. So if you're concerned and you thought I gave a $5, why is it $4.99? That's why. Here you go, have my first super chat ever. That's fantastic. I get your first ever super chat. I've broken your super chat virginity. I think anyone else, if there's anyone else in here that's never sent super chats, you should definitely send her. I think tonight's the night, to be honest, because this is all green screen. I'm actually on the streets. I haven't got any money. Cheers.
You mean to do that? Well,
Cheers, Michelle.
Cheers, I apologize.
No, I was trying to
Yeah, it was about the
I think I overstayed more. I didn't mean to do that. I do apologize. Please go ahead.
Yeah, it was about the refraction because David was saying that something like if something is blocked and then refraction can't bring it back, there's no way refraction can bring it back. So Darren, if you had something that was blocked and refraction brought it back, that would prove the globe.
It demonstrated refraction, bringing something behind a curve. Absolutely, Mark, yes.
I don't think it would prove the globe.
Oh,
Because,
then, but what,
Yeah, but you used to say that the 24-hour sun in Antarctica would prove the globe, then change your mind on that as well, because intellectual honesty is your thing.
what would? I need to know what would, so that I can
you
I
can't
can
prove
phrase
something
it.
that's not real.
But I of course, but I need to.
We can
set these up.
disprove it. We can disprove it.
These things
So,
can be set up
he
logically.
made a
so the
comment
logic,
about boats disappearing from the bottom up. Watch this sailboat. So we can see
Here we go.
we can see the bumper hanging on the side. We can see below the bumper, and as the camera zooms out, the boat starts disappearing. The bumper's gone. It's almost up to the railing, and it's disappearing from the bottom up. Now it's almost over the cabin. You can't even see the people. If I could zoom in, I would show you. And then it disappears completely out of view.
If I could zoom in, I would show you, but wasn't it just zoomed in a minute ago? What are you talking about? If I could zoom in, I'd show you that it's disappearing from the bottom up, but you did zoom in and the whole boat was there. What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking potato prick?
Your ability to see. But it's not over the curve. It should be, if I can tell you the distance of this boat, which I can't accurately show you, but I did with the oil rigs, we can see it. The fact that we can see those oil rigs would
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
require the Earth to have a radius of 400,000 miles, not 4,000 miles, right? So it's
Well, I never claimed the size. Bigger globe then.
It's in Antarctica.
zooming in, something disappeared from the bottom up, and now we can see it again. So what you said as a fact has just been proven wrong.
I said it is moving away from you, David, and of course that boat is sitting still, and
It doesn't
you can
matter.
Still
If-
you can still see that black line as it moves away the entire time before
No,
angular
it,
resolution comes into the
it
camera.
goes up. We're losing it. It looks like it's disappearing from the bottom up, but it's
I
not.
disagree. It doesn't look like it's disappearing from the bottom up. You can
Where's,
still
where's
see
the
the
boat?
line that is
Where's
there.
the boat? Where's the boat now?
Angular resolution of the camera stopped you seeing it,
Yeah.
David.
Yeah. Where's the? Do you see any boats in this picture?
Well, the angular resolution of the
my
camera.
God.
isn't allowing you to see it,
So
David.
can you see it with
Yes.
your naked eyes? Could you see it with your naked eyes?
No, but if you... Oh, why am I even... There's no point in me saying it. He knows. He knows. I literally show all the time the two ships. The ship on the left being nearly all the way obstructed and you cannot zoom it in, and the one next to it being only a little bit obstructed and you still cannot zoom the bottom of that one in, and they don't care anyway. They'll just say angular resolution or some bollocks that they need in that instance.
Yes.
Probably not, no.
Okay. So we're zooming in. Where's the boats? You see them yet?
Yes, the same answer applies, David. But and I don't
Boats
want to
don't-
dominate the
look,
conversation.
Watch right there. It disappears from the bottom up. Watch it come into view.
Jesus Christ.
It looks like it disappears.
Flat earthers believe that. You can see the entire boat. What is it? Why is the top of it not suddenly just the top of it, then a bit more, then a bit more, then a bit more? Who falls for this shit? And why do they think they're smart?
From the bottom up.
I don't think it did. I saw the whole ship
Yeah.
then in one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
again, it's already farther than we should be able to see it already. But you just want to talk about the bottom of the ship. You just want to talk
Yes.
about the bottom of the ship.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
These are the things that would matter in a situation like this, I believe.
Yeah.
Obviously, talking about refractions.
He gets so triggered. Well, he always got triggered. If he ever gets pushed back, he gets like this, like a sulky child. Like, shit, I'm probably not going to sell any apps here. I mean, what a knob anyway, going on a fucking podcast that had just started at about 2 episodes or whatever. I think you did, Rubiks. How many did you do? I thought I heard someone talking about it, and they said that they'd had one guest or something and about 10, 15 views or something, or streams. And that was good enough for Weiss to go on and try and sell his app on. The fuck? He used to say to me, he used to say to me, what he said to me when I was having conversations with him about coming onto my podcast was that the only requirement is he needs to know you've got an audience. He needs to know, and my podcast has always had an audience. So it was good. I understood why he came on to that, but to one that's just started with no audience, this is how desperate he's become. Hello, J Trance here with a super chat for the £5. If you zoom out using the P9 million, you can still see Angels of Angel of Light's double chin. Double? I think you're being generous there to the Sh1te. He kept calling me that, I remember as well. All right, Sh1te. Like, get your own nicknames, prick. And he said to me, he wrote on one of my comments, I bet when you was at school, everyone beat you up, didn't they? I think Sh1te possibly that's someone else you may know quite well, like very close to home that you're talking about there. Kind of like a friendless sort of rapist-looking face. Lives in Australia. 175 chins. Fingers with beer bellies. Ring any bells? Cheers, Jay. Yeah, 110 watching, 58 likes. Come, let's get about 80 likes at least. Just what we've got to do is press the fucking thumb like this, right? Do that. Not the finger, the thumb. Just stick it that. Cheers, let's crack on. Hopefully we'll get this done. We've got to get the goal.
It's not my speciality. I deal with actual physics. So I would have to look into this and do the maths more conclusively and examine the type of camera used, etc. I don't know exactly what this would show.
What about this shot? This is showing all of these mountain peaks in the distance, right? And you can look this up. This wasn't done by a flat earther. And it's showing at about 275 miles away, some of them even farther. There should be over 3,759 feet more than the top of the mountain. The target hidden height from this shot is 16,446 feet, right? So the top of that mountain is 12,687 feet. And we can see most of the mountain. What about the bottom?
Where's the mountain?
They're right again.
If you notice, you've never seen a clear picture of Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, or flat Earth evidence. None of those things. Strange.
I don't see any. It's just all the same.
No, here you go. So if you look at the 243-mile one, there's the mountain right there.
I don't see anything.
The third one in. You see the mountain right below the 9?
No.
You can't see that.
It's just a blur.
I mean, I can show you, but I can't understand it for you. You have to look.
I don't see any mountain.
Well, again,
it's just your.
All right. All your listeners can see it.
I think this picture is bad.
Yeah. Okay. Do you agree microwaves have to go in a straight line, or do you think that they bounce off the ionosphere?
Oh, you want to talk to an engineer about microwaves?
I'm asking you if you believe microwaves need line of sight.
Microwaves do not need a line of sight.
They do not need line of sight.
No, you are talking to an engineer.
Yeah,
Are you?
Yeah, he forgot for a second who he was talking to. Yeah. Well, he doesn't know who he's talking to, but even what he's told him, who he told him he shouldn't be saying shit like that.
What is your engineering degree in?
A degree means nothing. I don't have an engineering degree. A degree means that you're able to repeat what you were told, right? That's what a degree.
Well, Dave should have a degree in bullshit then, shouldn't he? Because he's repeating the same script for 10 years now, 10 plus years.
Oh, that's not what my degree was. But microwaves do not require line of sight.
Well, look up the LoRa transmission. They require line of sight.
I do work at an engineering firm.
Yeah.
So we do have electrical engineers here, and you won't. That doesn't get very far with them. They understand better than I do, and I had a couple crossover classes, but not as much as them. But I'm still looking. I wanna be with you.
Yeah, it's like you can't. We weren't set up for video.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've apologized already.
Oh, see that burn to Rubiks. Yeah, you apologized already. So this is what happens. He gets pissed off and starts being rude to everyone because he knows he's not going to sell anything with this shit evidence. Unbelievable. Well, it's not unbelievable. We expect it at this point.
Observations.
But you can show everything, right? Whatever you need.
Not as easily. I'm looking for. I mean, there's so many things.
So, David, do you disagree that microwaves can bounce off of things?
Well, I don't want to talk about that because we can just argue about it all day long. We can look up the LoRa transmission, and they say they need line of sight, but you'll just say they bounce off. So it's a pointless thing. What's your explanation for the reason that we can see the surface of the water beyond that second oil rig, or even beyond the first one, or even in front of the first one?
Refraction would be my answer, of course.
Yeah, so it all refracts up. So your answer is every foot farther you go needs more refraction, and it always refracts up to perfectly stop at eye level. Always.
Well,
it never refracts higher. Why wouldn't it refract higher and look like a ski slope? Why wouldn't it refract?
Sometimes it does. I've seen a video from the Arctic where it looked like it was. Have you ever played the video game Halo? Where you can see the Halo planet getting in the distance. There's videos from the Arctic and the Antarctic It looks like the sea is actually rising up in front
It's in Antarctica.
of you due to refraction. Of course, refraction can
it's not
change things day
refraction.
to day.
That is perspective. If you go to the beach and you look at the horizon, it appears to be at your eye level. It's really 6 feet below if you're 6 feet tall. And then you go up the top of a tall building, it's still at your eye level. It's still there, and it looks like it's ramping up. But if you're on a ball, everything should go farther away. So you agree that when the sun sets, like in Dubai, you can go up that tall building, the Burj Khalifa, and you can see the sunset again, right?
When the sun does what?
You unbelievable clown!
Sunset, David, did you say?
Yeah, the sun goes beyond the horizon, and you're
Goes beyond the horizon. How? On a flat Earth, how does it go beyond the horizon?
in your world, it's sun setting below the ball. Do you know that? Is that something you've looked into?
Well, I've never heard about the sun setting twice in the Burj Khalifa. I imagine that is what would happen if the Earth was a globe, of course. I've never heard that argument. Obviously, I'm not into the whole people who think the Earth is flat. The main thing I heard was about the Earth rising up. I heard a flat Earth was talk like that when I watched the video in preparation for this, but you said that that's not what flat Earthers think. So I'm a little confused as to why different flat Earthers would say different things.
Well, that people have, there's people that look at things in all different ways. So I'm not speaking for other flat earthers. I'm just speaking.
What's that? Is that like a turd? Is he showing a turd? Or is he going to do that thing that says that he always says that when the ship, if there's a boat further away, it should be lower due to perspective than the one closer to you because the sea isn't going up. It's what he says. Like he thinks that we're constantly curving at a ridiculous rate that would be looking straight down a hill into the sea.
From my point of view, where is my...
See, there is some flat earthers who do think that the Earth rises up. And I'm just slightly confused because in preparation, I did watch a few videos. And I heard them mention that the Earth rises upwards, which is their explanation for gravity.
Well, that's crazy in my book.
I think Mark had a question.
There's crazy people everywhere.
No, he's still not on the top of it there.
Did you have a question, Mark?
Yes.
He is trying to do that.
I'm still stuck on this logic. So the logic is that this proves the Earth is flat. And
what's Stephen Hawking supposed to be on Epstein Island anyway? Yeah, Vicious, you've missed about 8 super chats that you should have sent this way when you was gone.
And logic demands.
Look at where Dave's got a Dave. He's put a Dave on top of the globe, but he's put it slightly off of the top of the globe.
That the opposite requires that if the opposite is true, it proves the globe. Otherwise, it doesn't prove that the Earth is flat. This is just logic. So we don't have any flat Earth proof if we can't honestly say the opposite would prove the globe. Right? This is just logic.
Mm-hmm.
On a clear day, perfectly clear day, if you couldn't see the surface of the water beyond 3 miles, that would be globe evidence. But it doesn't happen. We can, on a clear day, even on a non-clear, on a semi-non-clear day, we can see farther beyond it.
So, but do you have flat Earth evidence?
Vicious Cycle's just given 10 gift memberships. And Bill Cosby got one at the bottom there, which is a bit worrying. Looks like Bill Cosby anyway. If you just got a gift membership, that's your man. That's your man. To Vicious Cycle, the gift billionaire of the chat. Gift billionaire Vicious.
It's her flat Earth proof.
We have flat Earth proof.
Who, by the way, I think Vicious had the best. I think it was Vicious. I might be wrong. Was it Vicious or Arnold? Had the best. It doesn't have lips.
Proof.
Okay, so should give me a flat Earth proof or the opposite would be globe proof. Of course, this you're going to say it doesn't exist, I get. But to be logically consistent, we need to speak in that way.
Well, show me air pressure without gas pressure without containment. Show me the Earth curving. Show me the Earth rotating. Like when you go to the beach and sit at the beach all day and you watch the sun, does the sun move across the sky?
Yeah.
Okay, but in your world, the Earth is spinning and the sun is staying stationary.
Well, I don't know. I'm on the fence.
All right. So do you see the stars circle around Polaris?
I'm on the fence.
Right. No, mate.
So I want to hear your flat Earth proof, or the opposite would be globe proof. So it's logical.
This is what you should say to Dave when you see him.
Table manners. You are all scum.
Be consistent.
Well, there's things that are just impossible on the globe. For example, if in the heliocentric model, all of the planets circle the sun, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And why?
They've ran out of things to show, obviously. It's just like literally, it's like showing my wall here. There he is. Just put some Whatcast bollocks all over it and it'll look just like... Someone made an AI of me earlier. Like, for some reason, this is really weird, right? So it's quite strange. So because I've been debating these pricks that everyone hates on TikTok and I've been giving them a hard time, everybody has decided that I'm fantastic on TikTok, so that people are making shit of me. Like, this bloke sent me 2 songs of about me, which was weird. Appreciate the support, but that was a bit weird. And I don't know who it was. And there was someone else made an AI video of me sitting in this room. This room looked pretty much spot on. I looked about 107, right? But the cap was perfect. The T-shirt was perfect. The stuff on the walls was perfect. It's really strange. And I'm sitting here dancing to something, but while my debate is playing in the corner down there. Like, my debate, you can hear my debate when I was ripping Freddie Science, where the fuck his name was. It's weird as fuck, this stuff. And like, people just going, oh, I saw that was amazing and all this. It wasn't really. It just me laughing at someone while I was a bit drunk. But the annoying thing about fucking TikTok is you make about 7p with the videos on there, which is bollocks.
And the North Star is just a random star that lines up with our axial pole, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if people live, if other planets were real, Saturn, Jupiter.
Oh, he sticks the app back up. Right, while he's pissing around here, this is Jonathan. Jonathan Burtwist. So hello, mate. Ain't seen you in a bit. £5. Haven't caught a live for a while. Keep up the great work, buddy. Appreciate that, Jonathan. I intend to. I will do my best time permitting, obviously. Cheers, mate.
Pluto. They would have stars in their sky also, correct?
Yep. I might act
on other planets. Yes.
I might act 107, but I look about 105.
Yeah, like if you lived on Mars, let's just say Mars, for example, right? They'd also have a star-filled sky, but they'd have a different view of the stars, right? Slightly different.
Okay.
So would Polaris be important to Mars?
Probably not.
Now, wasn't you? There was no videos. It was just 2 songs. It was like, was it said? I mean, I fucking appreciate that people enjoy the stuff, but it's a bit weird. Yeah, I know. This is it. We go with Hackroman again. Here, nice one, Hackroman. You got stalkers, mate. Yeah, I know. I don't know about stalkers, but I think what it is there's a big thirst because these prick flat earthers on TikTok have blocked everybody that can debunk them. People are really thirsty to see them debunked. And I wouldn't consider myself a great debunker. I'm definitely not science-minded, but I can definitely talk shit. And I think that'll do most people, to be honest.
Right, because it's just be another random star, right? And that would be true on every planet, because their axial point of rotation is not the same as the Earth's. Would you agree? Would you both agree?
By my app.
Yes.
So the question you have to ask yourself is, why do all of the planets and all of the luminaries and asteroids all circle Polaris? They all make their geometric, sacred geometry
really
signs, shapes. They all circle Polaris.
No, they don't in the south. They circle the southern point.
No, they don't. They all circle Polaris.
No, they circle the southern point. I have friends in Australia that send me videos of them circling the southern point, of course.
No, that's an apparent motion in the sky. That's an apparent motion in the sky.
I do apologize, please, Guy.
The planisphere shows that they all circle Polaris. So
I thought you were going to show me. I thought you were going to show me, like, the view from Mars. That Polaris is the center in Mars too.
I can't show you that because Mars is not a place. Mars is just a light in our local sky.
I don't know how this is proof of flat Earth. And
this proves the globe.
And how the logic would say that the opposite would. This doesn't. I don't know how this does anything.
You have to understand that eventually there's so much evidence against the globe that you have to throw it out. The globe uses gravity, but 96% of it has never been accounted for. So they made up dark matter and dark energy to fill in the hole for that.
For what?
Gravity doesn't work. They have to add 96% of it's missing. So they say, well, there's dark matter.
Where?
96% of it is missing.
No one's ever seen it. in space. No one's ever seen it, but it has to exist, otherwise gravity's wrong. That's what they do. When you have a theory that's 96% wrong, do you throw out the theory or do you make up something like dark matter?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you look into it.
I'm really finding the robotic voices funny. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. This monotone is hilarious. I used to make these videos back in the day. Oh, God, 2012 time, 2013. These silly football, soccer videos that I used to stick on YouTube. And they was made with this thing called Extra Normal. This is this site that you could use it for free if you wanted to keep making new account every time you made one. But the voices were so monotone and dull and like robotic, and there were stupid little bears and stuff, and I'd have them arguing about stupid things, and it didn't even matter what they said. It was just so fucking funny, just the stupid way the voice spoke. But yeah, this is why it's so funny. I don't understand.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. I work with gravity all the time.
So gravity,
in engineering, I work with gravity all the time, and there's no 90 whatever % missing in the gravity.
Yeah, can go. It's Tune and FTFE, and they're both like using like this AI voice changes thing.
I work with.
Yeah, well, they say cosmologically in the cosmic scale, 96% of it is missing.
I don't care about that.
Says it himself.
I don't care about that because I just work with mechanical engineering things here on the Earth.
So what gravity do you work with? Einsteinian or Newtonian?
Oh my God.
9.8 meters per second squared is
that's the average rate that things fall. So why is it during electrical storms that things fall at a different rate?
They don't.
Yes, they do. Testable.
Show it. Oh, good.
I can't show it right now, but you have to research these things. I can't research it for you. I can point you in the right direction, and you can go find these answers yourself. But they do. Sometimes when lightning strikes next to somebody, they go flying in the air. Did it turn off gravity?
No, that's because of the shock.
You know what? No, it's because of the electrostatic charge. Would you agree that everything on Earth, everything has an electrostatic charge to it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Most are zero. Most net zero.
So the ground is neutral or negative, depending on how you categorize it, and the sky is positive. So anything that's above the ground is surrounded by that positive charge. The ground is not moving. It's not rising upwards. So positive and negative attract. So that's a theory. How can we test it? Right? So we can test it. Let's say, I'll pull up another thing. Give me a second. On flat Earth, we say down is down. We say this is down, right? On globe Earth, down is, people antipodal to each other. One of them seems just a little crazy, right? Walter Lewin, the great professor from MIT, says it's electrical forces that hold our world together. Okay, keep that in mind.
He says gravity. He says gravity. I've seen this. His lectures are great.
So here we have some leftover helium balloons, and we have a button that we tied to it, and it's just hovering about 2 inches over the floor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the goal's goal. Got the second goal. Lovely. That's good. Thank you, Pete. We'll be on for another half an hour now then. So we'll definitely get this finished, and we'll probably have a look at the rest of the Angels of Sh1te debate and see what else is around. I'll get these super chats up in a second. Here we go. So Hackreman first. Here's a $5 for a beer. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that, Aussie. Oh, it's actually $1 Aussie. But 5 times. I was going to nearly play We Love Great Yarmouth then. We haven't had a cunt of the week yet either. I wonder who that could possibly be. I'll put the vote up in a minute now. Now we've got extra half hour. What was I going to do? I was going to do that, wasn't I? So the $1 Australian.
5 times!
There you go. Thank you very much. And Kango the New Zealander. Kango, did you hear how much you made Baron Rutledge laugh with your fucking super chat about the legs? He was in fucking fits about that. Finally, AI does something positive for society. Deep cuntometer. Right, hang on. So a New Zealand dollar.
5 times!
Appreciate that. Fletcher Boy has popped up here. I'm going to wait for that one to appear. Fletcher Boy, I ain't seen your name for a bit in here. Fletcher Boy with the $10 here. Every time I hear Dave's voice, I'm reminded how intellectually challenged and outright dishonest he is. I think he's more dishonest than intellectually challenged. He's not a bright man, but I think in a sense, like, to be honest, you have to have some kind of abilities to be a salesman and to actually sell people a load of shit, basically. And apparently used to be a solar panel salesman and then got into this. And this is a load of shit. Like he manages to sell these apps. Like, put it this way, like I'm really appreciative of all the support I get here and all the super chats and the memberships and everything like that. It really is helpful to me. But everything I earn here is a fraction. Even now, it's a fraction of what Dave earns selling this shit to gullible people. It is like a wage to him. All he has to do is go on podcasts and he gets fucking idiots buying this shit. And it is fucking horrendously bad. Really bad. Like, anyone can look at the sun and see this app doesn't work. So you've got to have some kind of skill to be able to fool that many people that often, surely. I don't want to give him any credit, but you have to.
Right? It's neutrally buoyant. That wire goes to a Van de Graaff generator. And we're going to induce a higher positive charge to it. So we're going to make it a little higher positive charge. So when we add that higher positive charge, did we make it heavier or did we make it more attracted to the negative earth? And when we discharge it, it goes back up, right? So that's one side of it. Let's do the other side.
What voltage was applied there, King?
It doesn't matter. Okay.
It does.
It doesn't matter. When we add a negative charge to something, it goes up. When we turn it off, it goes down. We turn it back on, it goes up, it stays up. MIT again created a thing called the silent drone, right? It has no moving parts. It's using ionic winds, they say, but it's flying like
a drone. Looks like a waffle to me, a flying waffle, and that's what Dave's doing, waffling.
Electrostatically. The XRT-3B triangle aircraft has papers that are now disclosed that it lifts and propels using electrostatics. Okay, so we've proven electrostatics are real. Gravity's still just a theory. But here's what the gravitational scientists say.
Gravity's a theory.
Gravity is a theory. Go look it up.
Electromagnetism is a theory.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We just manipulated. We had an independent variable. We tested it.
I took the class in college.
I don't care what class you took. I just made it.
Dave knows as well. This is what I mean when I say that he's not that stupid. He knows what theory means in science, and he's just hoping that other people don't.
The theory of electromagnetism.
Okay, it doesn't matter what you took. I just did an experiment where we manipulated an independent variable and we made things go up and down. So we proved that electrostatics are our thing. So,
David, you know what summation of forces means?
Let me make my points, okay?
That's a no. What he wanted to say was this, right? When he said that to him, what he wanted to say was this. Oh, for fuck's sake, where is it? I've got far too many sound bites on it. He wanted to say this.
No, you can fuck off.
So, would you agree that we manipulate
Oh, the reveal.
Electrostatics and made things go up and down?
I agree that you don't understand the topic even remotely, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
You're stupid, Dave. Ha! You're so stupid. Everything you said was wrong. Holy crap. You're dumb.
Every single show
he goes! What a coward! What a coward!
Thanks. Even Caleb found that funny.
Oh, that's a victory for the globe every time. Dave, you're such a coward.
I'm going to get a lot of emails, and I will save them all.
He literally said that things don't circle around a certain point.
He's so dumb. He's so dumb. Oh my gosh.
How angry he is right now.
Oh, he's
going to be sending me emails, and I will save them.
Oh my gosh, he's such an idiot. He's like, gravity is a theory. Electromagnetism is real.
Rubiks is still there. I don't know if she's still there. Did he send you emails throughout this show? Who was you saying?
No, but electromagnetism is a theory too. It's all a theory, Dave. You don't understand. Oh,
he doesn't know what theory means.
This was an what is it? An hour?
And like 5 minutes.
An hour of David Weiss showing that he's an idiot. Like every single thing he said was provably wrong. Dave.
Hey guys, the space is Tor 17. Did you know that?
Tor 17. He doesn't even know. He has no clue about this topic. Tor 17 isn't how you measure Tor. 17 Tor would be a positive pressure.
And then he was showing a fake AI video claiming it was from NASA.
Yes, he couldn't give us the link to it because it was faked. And he's like, it was from NASA. He didn't do his own homework. Somebody sends him a video and he blindly believes it because he's so gullible.
Can you imagine how angry he is right now? That's what I'm saying. He's like raging, right? He's just wasted an hour of his time. And now, here's the great thing. Every show that he has booked, he's going to wonder, wait, am I being tricked here as well?
Oh, we'll get him again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%. We'll get him again.
I disagree. I don't think anyone will get him again now. He'll never recover. Well, I thought he'd never recover. I thought he would never show his face again after the Professor Dave thing. But he did, because he's got no shame. Well, he has got shame. He just has to make a living and doesn't want to get a job. But I don't think anyone's going to get him again. After that, I don't think he's ever going to talk to anybody unless they're on camera ever again. Maybe they might get him on TikTok. I don't want to put an idea out there for guys. If you use your voice changers again on TikTok, call in and do that. When next time he's hosting on TikTok, maybe you'll get him that way.
Hey, Dave, every time that you come on a show, we're going to be, it could be us.
Well, we'd have to get a different host, probably.
That's all right. Well, we're smarter than Dave. It's not hard to fool him. As he just proved, he's dumb.
Dumb as a box of rocks. Oh, wait, you know what? I apologize to a box of rocks.
Yeah.
You're far more intelligent than David Weiss.
I doubt he's going to be wanting to post this on his own, because he wanted to also post it on his.
Yeah, Dave, post it. Do
He won't
post it,
post
Dave.
this. What he's going to do is he's going to make a big thing about how the demon Globers lied to me. Yes, he did. Because we don't respect you in the fucking slightest.
Yeah. Dave, everything you say is a lie. So you don't get to point any fingers, because Dave, everything you say is a lie. Everything.
Right, so I think we should end the Zoom call and figure out what we're going to do with this awesome footage.
All right.
This is going to be viral as fuck. See you later, guys.
There you go. Yeah, so that was good. Oh my God. I mean, again, I don't think he'll ever mention this. He never will. He never will. He'll just pretend it didn't happen, or he'll pretend that he knew and went along with it. He'll do that shit. Well, I knew it was them. How could you not know? But I just thought I'd see how far they took it, because I wanted them to think I was going along with it. Yeah, of course you did. And his little buddy, Angels of Sh1te.
I've always felt that I've been put on here for something great.
Him will back him up and pretend that was true. Right, speaking of Angels of Sh1te and Dave, it's time to do a poll. Not a goal, a poll. For the COTW, right? So there's only 2 contenders this week. Who deserves it more? Actually, no, there's 3 contenders, because I'm going to throw that Solis bloke in there as well that tried to debate Baron when I was streaming on TikTok the other day. And he is the whiniest bitch I've ever spoken to, I think. So who deserves COTW more? Yeah. COTW. I mean, they're all going on the fucking list. Don't worry about that. So, Fluff, Dave, Fat, POS, Sh1te, or Whiny Solis. Start the poll. Vote now. And while we're voting, I will no, not end poll. While we're voting, I will play the rest of Sh1te's live that I recorded earlier for a bit of a giggle. Here he is. Angels of Flat Earth Scientific Debate, he calls this. Right. Let's check out Sh1te. Not that I'm trying to swing it at all into Sh1te's favour by showing you this.
What's up, man? Do you believe the Earth's a globe? No, Logan. You're literally a reality denier, dude. I don't debate dishonest people like that when it's like clearly you've been debunked and you're fucking just denying it, dude. No. Not gonna happen.
So Logan he's talking to was the last caller that he just muted then blocked, which he never does to anybody apparently, because he's such a fearless blob. Jabba the twat. Oh, it's Sh1te.
That's funny, man. What did you debunk? Wait, Pretzel, you want to come up here? I'll show you how, and I'll ask you the question if we saw more off the road or not. Come up, look, come up, bud. What was your name, Pretzel? I just invited you. So you said, what did I debunk? Let's come up and I'll show you, and let's see if I debunked it or not. No, but you're not going to come up, are you? Because you're going to then get clowned on. Then the whole chat's going to laugh at you.
He's so funny, Sh1te.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, of course. Yeah, declined. Fuck, man. Guys, it's so simple, right? You're on a really flat road, okay? Like that road I showed earlier.
Sh1te hates it when I do videos on him.
Right.
Hello, Sh1te.
Super flat, super long. Okay, we know it's flat, it's built flat. Okay. Yeah. Let me just get the image up again. Right. If we lower down, like let's lie ourselves down on the road, we're going to see that these markers on the road are going to go down. They're going to appear to go like this. And then you're not going to see as much of it. And if you stand up, you'll see more along that flat road. The horizon literally is the same thing, because the horizon is perspective, just like your eyes. It's the same thing.
Look out if there's some bird in his chat that's always in all of his chats, comes to my chats, which I don't know what because I blocked her because she's a cunt, called Alicia Leisha. And she literally just types laughing emojis and W host all the time, no matter what. This guy could be getting cut to pieces live on stream, or beaten shitless in a fight live on stream, and she'd be saying that he's just won. This is the indoctrination of these sad fucking whiny bitches on the Talk of Tick.
This is why if we lie down this hallway, stand up, we see more of the flat hallway. Same thing on the beach.
Did you see the Gleason's map appear there from his wall? I won't rewind it, but look out for it.
It's the same effect. The horizon's flat earth evidence. It's literally the limitations of our vision. That's what it is. So if you increase the limitations of your vision, you see further. It's that simple. This is why I keep saying, if everybody knew what the horizon actually was, and this point perspective stuff, everybody knew this, there'd be a lot less flat earth, globe earthers.
No, there'd still be the same amount of globe earthers because we live on a globe. I'm surprised you ain't got your own moon, Sh1te.
Because you go to the beach, right, and you see the water ramping up, not curving down and away. Look at this, right? This is miraging, right? They're calling this curvature, dude. When you can lower your camera down.
What, that flat horizon there? Why is that not blurring off into the distance, Sh1te?
And curved straight lines with just light bending, right? This road is flat. It's ramping up. This water, they say, is curving down and away, but it's ramping up and then it's curving down. Like, you have, like, the geometry is not aligned to a globe. If you're standing on top of a ball and that ball's curving down and away from you, it doesn't ramp up, then curve down and away.
It also doesn't do that, Sh1te. You're not standing there trying not to fall down the slide. It doesn't do that. It's fucking massive.
It curves down and away from your feet. If you see something in the distance curving down and away physically, the things in the distance will appear lower than the things in the foreground.
Do earlier.
So what do we see in reality? We see on a flat hallway, the boat will be higher in perspective view than the boat in the foreground.
Yeah.
That's what happens in reality too. So how is this?
Yeah, that's called perspective. Dave, Sh1te. I've called him Dave now. Sh1te. That's called perspective, regardless. It's not a curve like a basketball with a giant standing on it. It's 1 degree per 69 miles. It's basically locally flat.
It's curvature if it's doing the same thing as the flat hallway.
No.
Now, the other thing on that video I show always to them, the boat over the horizon.
Which video?
Look, I captured a buoy.
It's a boy.
It was between me and the boat. So the buoy was closer, right? Now watch this. This proves it's flat without a doubt. So the buoy, which is closer to us, appears lower than the boat in the distance. It's got that ramping up effect. How the hell is this curvature if when we look over it more and more, it's
because it's 1 degree. You've got to just bite your tongue with this guy because he's so infuriating. It isn't going like this. It's not doing this. It's slowly going down. The horizon is the final point that you can see. There's going to be a final point. It isn't this massive hill. You fucking knob.
actually ramping up more and more. The reason why it does that is because the Earth is flat and the water is flat. So watch this. Flat hoy, boat in the distance higher. Flat water, boat in the distance higher. It's the same thing. What do we see in reality? Boat in the distance appears high. It's ramping up. Not curving down and away. It's perspective.
Yes, it is perspective. Either way. You think we live... you think that... I cannot explain this. You think that's the globe and that's us. Well, it sort of is in him. I mean, let's be honest. That is how he would look on a globe, to be fair. He's using his own size to judge everybody else. Like if he stands on the beach, all the water gets sucked to the sand where he's standing, as well as every other thing that's anywhere within a 20-mile radius. He should understand gravity more than anyone else. Right, so can go here with a super chat, and here we go for $5 New Zealand dollars. Sh1te's bingo wings arms have chins. It does have chins. Does have chins, but
it doesn't have lips.
It's a bit of a glitch.
It doesn't have lips.
There you go. Get it right the second time. Cheers, Kango. Appreciate you. And let's roll on with Sh1te.
That's it. Game over, globe. Finished.
Game over, globe. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Got nothing to do with the globe. The horizon's flat Earth evidence. They have to invoke refraction to move the horizon physically because we see way too far. Sometimes the horizon should be at 3 miles and it's 10 miles away.
2 days before this, before he did this, I showed him refraction in real time. And he said, nuh-uh. And he's still pretending to laugh about it.
So then they invoke refraction. Oh, well, refraction made the horizon move. Yeah, well...
Yeah, because that's what everyone else... Because the rest of the world's stupid, so he's just done an impression of every PhD physicist and scientist in the world going... All right, stay puffed.
On a flat Earth. So it's not geometric curvature. The horizon looks like it's apparent and it moves. Every time the horizon moves like that, flat Earth wins. Every time you invoke refraction to see further, all you're doing essentially is flattening out the globe and seeing further over that globe. That's what they're doing. And they don't even know it. So does the Earth get bigger and smaller? Sometimes when you see too far, right, did the Earth get bigger and have less curvature that day?
Says the guy that says sometimes the sun sets at a huge size and goes below the horizon like we see, and some days it just keeps going higher in the sky and disappears into a dot. He says that, and then he says, what? This days he's doing this days it like it's ridiculous that anything would do that. But he then claims for him that that's exactly what it does.
No. Okay, so then it's flat, and we're just seeing further because it's a clear day. That's all. That's all it is. It's easy.
Nothing's easy for you other than overeating.
But we've run out of guests, guys. I've spoken to everybody here. Did I speak to this guy? Hang on.
Hey, buddy.
Did I speak to you already?
No, I got one question.
You look familiar.
When you zoom out, I think that's a drone.
Oh yeah, I respect
You're using a drone. You're using a drone.
I mean, this is... I saw this earlier. Look at Sh1te's face, by the way. But this is absolutely ridiculous, this caller. He is a bit of a knob.
You're not standing there. That's why it has no sound on that video. Next time you do that video, show yourself or speak.
But watch. Oh my God, that's the first time I've ever seen Newton's apple. So Newton's apple is the brother in the chat there on that, is the brother of someone I'm friends with on TikTok that's a big globe advocate. And his brother is Newton's Apple, a flat earther. And apparently everyone knows Newton's Apple. I've never heard of him until that point there. He's always in Sh1te's lives. By the way, watch here. You think Caleb's fake laugh is bad, Caleb? Watch this in a minute from Sh1te. You've got to watch this.
It's a drone going out with a recorder.
What? Wait. You think I'm flying a drone?
You can't see past the curvature.
On screen, am I flying a drone?
And solar eclipse proves that the Earth is round.
Hey. Am I
Lunar eclipse proves that the Earth is round. Stand in front of a light.
Fuck.
Cut all of his chat. Clip it, Sh1te, clip it.
Ooh. He thought I flew a drone, dude. I didn't even own it all. That's funny. Bro. Dude. So I definitely didn't use my camera. That was a drone. Oh, fuck.
Can't watch
Dude,
him.
that's so embarrassing for them. Oh, that's a clip.
It was embarrassing.
Fuck. You know how many
until you
clips I've
started
got on
laughing.
this? Like, this is crazy. I haven't even been writing them down. I gotta like. Bro, yeah, dude, that's a clip. Bro, 4 hours, 17 was it? Yeah, 28. All right. What should I name that?
He kicked him. He kicks everybody. He's a fucking liar. He comes onto my live, don't kick me, or you're a coward, don't do this, don't mute me, or you're a coward. And then I watched his live and he does it to literally every fucking guest.
It's a drone. Bro. Oh my god. You know what it is, right? They believe it's a globe 100%, right? What that means is they're religious. So, if I show them something that disproves their claim, there has to be an answer to it, right? Right, there has to be, because it has to be a globe. They have to believe it. They believe it 100%. So it wasn't me with my tripod, with my camera zooming in onto that thing, right? It was me flying a drone over the water.
Fake laugh again.
Oh, wow, dude. Just, that's fucked. Oh my.
This is the, oh my God, I wish I put that clip up. He just said that's fucked. He pretends he doesn't swear because of his religious. He was on the other day and he was with gas pressure. Spurs chemo was doing his Rockets Don't Work in Space live on TikTok, and Sh1te was his little bodyguard in the chat with him. But even though Sh1te only does one-on-ones, he was sitting there with gas pressure while they was bringing one guest up at a time and 2-on-1 in all of them. And this guy said, "Oh shit," or something like that, and Sh1te went, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He just said the S word. He just said the S word." And fucking Spurs chemo kicked him for swearing. It was like a little grass, like a little snitch bitch. So embarrassing, just so embarrassing.
Gosh, dude. That's so funny, dude. Wait. Let me... I got the actual files. This is just like... Bruh.
Someone just typed it, "This is better than Netflix." No.
So wait, if I prove to him now it wasn't a drone, then what? Is he a flat earther? Or he's still going to come up with an excuse, right? He's still going to just...
Well,
dude, that's...
Well, that's what you do, mate, to be fair. Whenever anyone proves anything to you, you're still a round, but flat earther. All right, so that brings me to the end of this stream. So that was at my TikTok. I can't go live at the minute, so that would have had to have done. I've just screen recorded a little bit there for a bit of a giggle. Cheers for all the super chats tonight. Really appreciate those. Cheers for the memberships from Vicious Cycle. Really appreciate those. And I will play us out with my ode. Oh no, hang on a minute. We've got to do the cunt of the week, haven't we? What am I doing here? Let's end poll. Flat Earth Day. Sh1te only gets 33%. He's a Mason, in other words, right? And Flat Earth Dave gets 57%, and Whiny Solis gets 10%. Any of him would be unfortunate. Congratulations, Flat Earth Dave. I think it's well deserved, even more than Sh1te.
Cunt of the week. Cunt of the week. It's time for Cunt of the week.
Yes, congratulations, Flat Earth Dave. A well-deserved cunt of the week. You're on the list already, but why not?
You just made the list again!
Flat Earth Dave. And Sh1te, you're on there many times. Sh1te!
You just made the list again!
And Solis, you've never been on there before. Solis!
You just made the list!
Solis!
You just made the list again!
On there twice. Cheers, Michelle. Thank you. See ya. Yeah, so that was all for today. I'll probably be back Sunday, time permitting. Hopefully, I will be. We'll see what we've got to cover then. I'll possibly might even stream it on TikTok. I'll see how I feel. I'll see what's been going on. But for now, let's play us out with the TikTok whiny bitches song. Cheers.
Stuttering, spinning, you swear that he's destroyed. You're cackling in comments, but your soul's just void. Every time the truth hits, you start to twitch. Smash that little flag button, cry and snitch. You're fucking pussies, screaming in the chat, laughing while you panic, you can't handle facts. You're fucking pussies, crying through your fits, mass report and run away, you all just made the list. Duet side by side, you shake, you hide, you mic, dead air, eyes wide, blank stare. He pulls up numbers, you pull up names. He's cutting through the nonsense, you're tearing at the seams. He's scared, you spam that lie, but everyone can see you're the ones who wanna die inside. Every time you get tagged, you start to glitch. Hit that violation button like a scared little snitch. You're fucking pussies, screaming in the chat, laughing while you panic, you can't handle facts. You're fucking pussies, crying through your fits, mass report and run away, you all just made the list. You all just made the list. In the chat, but you're begging him to quit. Every tear, every click,